warm welcome to all of you. My name is Reema Singh. I'm an educator and a life coach with expertise in neuro-linguistic programming. And it is my absolute pleasure to be your host today for this wonderful evening. Let's begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land we are on. I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we are meeting, the Lachi Lachi people, and pay my respects to elders both past and present. Ladies and gentlemen, we've gathered here today to celebrate the Festival of Lights, which symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. I encourage each one of you to take the spirit of light and joy with you beyond tonight. Let us continue, ladies and gentlemen, take the spirit of Diwali, the festival of lights, with us and continue to light up this world with compassion, understanding, and love. Before we dive into an exciting and fun-filled evening, I'd like to quickly share a few housekeeping details with all of you. There are 2 emergency exits on your left, leading to the assembly area on the lawns outside. The toilets are located to the left of the foyer, just outside the theatre. Please make sure your phones are on silent. We wouldn't want your awesome ringtones to steal the show tonight. And lastly, let's keep an eye on our little ones to make sure they are safe and happy. And just to add to this, I was just requested by one of the MAC staff that when we are having the seating, it would be nice if we don't leave any place between us and just come closer. That was a request from the MAC staff, so that as and when the people are coming in, they'll have space to sit. Thank you for that. It is my pleasure to now welcome the committee members of Sunraysia Indian Association and a special guest to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, amidst a loud round of applause, let's invite on stage the members of Sunraysia Indian Association. Patron, Dr. Santhi Hariprakash. President, Mrs. Manjeet Kaur, Johar. Vice President, Dr. Antony, Parakkal. Secretary, Mrs. Sunita, Kalkal. Treasurer, Mr. Norton, Antony. And we are so honored today to have amongst us our guests who have shared their valuable time with us. May I please welcome on stage again amidst a loud round of applause, Linklater, Mayor, Wentworth, Shire. Mr. Linklater, Mayor, Wentworth, Shire. Shri Ravi Sharma, President, Sarv Brahmin, Mahasaba, Australia. Shri Ravi Sharma. We will wait for Shri Ravi Sharma. And while we are doing that, may I please invite with great pride on stage Shri Manoj Sheoran, President, Indian Overseas Congress, Australia. Mr. Manoj Sheoran, please. I would now like to request our President, Mrs. Manjeet Kaur, to guide our guests to do the inaugural lamp lighting. May I now request our President, Mrs. Manjeet Kaur, to offer her welcome address, please.
Good evening, everyone. I begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we are gathered today. I pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Sunraysia Indian Association is blessed to have a big multicultural Indian community with diverse traditions and languages. The purpose of Sunraysia Indian Association is to unite Indian communities together despite various differences. encourage our next generations to learn their own tradition and culture to make a positive impact in their lives. Diwali is called Festival of Lights, celebrates as a symbol of the victory of good over evil. This festival brings joy, happiness, and lights in people's lives. It brings families together and strengthen the relationships and spread the message of brotherhood, unity, and love. I welcome all our guests. Daniel Linklater, Mayor of Wentworth, Shire. Shri Ravi Sharma, President of South Brahmin, Mahasaba, Australia. I think they are not here yet, but maybe on the way. Sukhbir Singh, Vice President, Indian Overseas Congress, Australia. Our Patron, Dr. Santhi Hariprakash, our Vice President, Dr. Antony Parakkal, our Secretary, Mrs. Sunita Kalkal, our Treasurer, Mr. Norton, Antony. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our sponsors. All our sponsors are the lifeline of this event because without their generosity, this event is not even possible. I'm grateful to all our guests and all the volunteers, performers, and everyone who worked so hard to make this event successful. I am sincerely grateful to my amazing team, Sunraysia Indian Association members who did so much hard work to put this amazing event together. Thank you everyone. You're all looking beautiful. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Manjeet. Thank you so much. May I please request Mr. Linklater to share a few words with us, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Always a nice surprise, Belginda. Where are you? Thank you. Good evening, esteemed members of the Sunraysia India Association, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and thank you so much for the invitation to be here this evening. Shri. So this evening we come together to celebrate the Festival of Light, a time of joy, reflection and community. And what a bright and colourful community we have. Yes, I can see you there, kids. I don't know if any of you have been out early enough or late enough, as the case might be, to see the Aurora Australis of the last couple of days, but what a wonderful backdrop and great timing to be having this festival. Now, I'm sure nobody's noticed, but I did a little shopping recently. So, just a little understated number. No, so I was just asked to share a few thoughts. I had the privilege recently of travelling with Mr. Sandhu and a few others locally to the wonderful state of Punjab. And the last time I spoke to some of you, we were about to leave, and I guess it was my first time travelling to India, so the expectations were wondering what it was going to be like. And it's fair to say there are some subtle differences. So my Shire, the Wentworth Shire Council area, is 26,000 square kilometres, and the state of Punjab is approximately double that, 50,000 square kilometres. Population in my local government area, 8,500. In Punjab state, approximately 30 million, so more than the entire population of this country. So yes, subtle differences indeed. But it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Our first stop after about 30-35 hours in transit was to the beautiful city of Amritsar. And so we were pretty tired and so on, but we pretty much got picked up from the airport and straight to Golden Temple. And all that tiredness and weariness just melted away. I mean, what a stunning place to visit, and a serene and amazing place. But aside from its beauty, I think it's fair to say the entire delegation that we were travelling with were quite moved. After we'd been through the temple and listened to some of the chanting and so on, we went into the kitchens where volunteers feed 100,000 people a day. So as Aussies, we were introduced to the concept of langar, and it's just incredible what your people do for each other. The humanity was very moving. Beyond that, we travelled to Faridkot and we visited the Baba Farid Gurdwara. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That was a wonderful experience. We also spent some time with the Major. I don't know if any of you have met the Major at the Matakiwi Gurdwara. And again, this gentleman, since retiring from the military service, has spent his life volunteering, preparing food for hundreds, maybe thousands of meals a day at that facility. Also organising the blood bank. They're very close to a hospital. So again, the volunteerism and just that spirit of humanity was amazing. I would comment also on all the other cultural experiences we had, where the children were performing and the adults, and fair to say the tempo and the energy and the colour is something that we're probably not quite used to here in Australia, so that was incredible. Also attended with the local MP there, a Hindu festival in this case. I think it was Lord Krishna's birthday, so that was a pretty big deal. And the temple that we visited was next to an orphanage. So it was sort of just a real melting pot of all the different experiences to see, obviously, the poverty that's experienced there, but also the humanity. And wonderful lessons for us here. We spent a few days in New Delhi on the way home, and again, some subtle differences. Just blown away by the size and scale of that place. But we had some wonderful meetings with Austrade. We have some fantastic staff, the Australian government, and we were introduced to a lot of different companies and businesses there. And I know we're not here to talk trade, but just one quick stat, that in 2022, the two-way trade between Australia and India was $46 billion. By 2050, just fruit and vegetables from this country, one-way trade, is going to be $40 billion. So I just mentioned that to underline the size and the scale of the relationship that we have. And we know that that's both from a trade perspective and a strategic perspective, geopolitically. But that, I think, just underlines the excellent work that your association does in bringing our people together and advancing our understanding of each other. So if I could close by congratulating you on putting together tonight's event. Thank you for your work and passion in continuing to bring us together. And may this festival bring joy and prosperity to each of you and strengthen our bonds. Happy Diwali.